I'm Lucky Jack with Deep Six Marine here. Thanks for tuning in. We get a lot of questions for folks on what do you use? Why do you use it? How does it work? What do you prefer as far as equipment goes? So today we're doing our first of probably many tabletop reviews on diving equipment. And today we're going to do Scubapro Knighthawk BCD. We're going to have several points we're going to be talking about today. I'm going to tell you what I like and what I don't like. I'd like to start out by saying I am not a representative of Scubapro or any other dive equipment manufacturer. I do not sell any diving equipment at all, and my opinion of this piece of equipment is going to be based on my extensive use of it, and is not going to be influenced in any way by profit of any kind from any manufacturer. So it's going to be factual, it's going to be unbiased, it's going to be based on a lot of experience. So let's not waste any more time, let's get started. First of all, what are you going to be using this BC for? You're going to be using it for work, you're going to be using it for recreation. It is going to make a difference on, do you want to buy this particular type of BC or this very BC, the Knighthawk. There's a lot of back inflate BCs out there. Okay, so as we're going through this review, keep that in mind. Alright, I'm looking for a BCD, and I'm going to use it for, just throwing this out there, spearfishing. Big time spearfisher. I'm going to hit some tournaments. Maybe your buddy's sitting next to you, he just likes taking pictures, so he's going to use his for underwater photography. What's going to be the most user-friendly, most comfortable? So maybe take some notes as we go down. Alright, now first thing I want to talk about is sizing. My first Knighthawk, I got a large, okay, because another Scubapro BC that I was using, okay, the Glide Plus, if you can see that there, I wore a large, okay, so I bought a large. Well, guess what? Without this huge pocket wrapping around the side, I had a lot more room, so it's too big, okay. Sold it, bought a medium. Medium fit perfect. That is not to say that all mediums will fit perfect, because this Oceanic back inflate BCD, it's a medium. Guess what? Too big. Okay, should have got a small, or grown up a little bit more when I was a little kid. Okay, so important to go in the dive shop, be able to try it on. Where I live, dive shops are small. Sometimes you have to pick it out of a catalog. They order it's there in 2 weeks. I mean, it is what it is. Give them the opportunity to try it on, make sure it's going to fit. Typically, back inflate BCs have different sizing. Okay, you can wear a smaller size because you don't have all this bulk in the front squeezing. Okay, on the flip side, guess what? This BC is going to fit with just a rash guard shirt all the way up to your dry suit. Okay, I know because it works for me. Okay, from rash guard shirt to dry suit. Okay, weight on this thing. I believe the medium weighs about 9 kilograms. It says on their website, which I'm not real sure what that equates to on pounds. Doesn't really matter, because once you get in the water, guess what? You're really not going to feel it, because this thing is going to take its weight and the weight of your tank and float it. Otherwise, you're not going to get neutrally buoyant for your dive, right? You're going to be dragging across the bottom. Doesn't really matter. However, and here's an important fact to note, it does matter when you're going to go on your Caribbean vacation and you're packing, and the airport only allows you 50 pounds in your bag before they start penalizing you. Okay, and that is why some BCs start shaving weight off by taking the back plate out. Okay, they may go with this is 1,000 denier cordura nylon. Maybe they go with something lighter weight, cheaper. Okay, maybe thinner straps. Okay, they don't have this nice, big, wide, comfortable, padded strap. Maybe they're just going to go with some, you know, 1.5 wide webbing. Okay, they're going to shave ounces off. All right, so another thing to think about, you know, if you're just going to get a BC for Caribbean vacations, Hawaii, wherever, something to think about. Buoyant Force, okay, this medium has got, I think it's 46 pounds of buoyant force, okay. Of course, as you go up in sizes, it becomes greater, but not by a whole lot. Some people are like, oh, that doesn't sound like very much. If I've got this thing aired all the way up, maxed out, okay, and I've got 16 pounds of lead weight, which is what I need for my dry suit. I'm not a very big guy. You know, the water is only coming up to right about here, okay. I'm quite a ways out of the water. So 47, 46 pounds of buoyant force, that is quite a bit, okay. So now we're going to get down to capabilities of this BC, and we're going to start at the top and work our way down on this thing, and this is where I'm going to start breaking it down and telling you what I like and what I don't like about this BC, okay. I have about, and it's probably an average 2,000 dives in this BC, okay. And some of you guys out there, you know, hey, if you get 2,000 dives in your entire dive career, that's a lot. You know, that's a lot. This is what I do for a living, so I'm going through it. Having said that, as we go through this, take a look at the wear on this thing, and you're going to say, wow, that held up pretty good for 2,000 dives. Out in the sun, hot, you know, 100+ degrees, cold, water pushing the freezing mark, and it takes it. Go to the top here, this collar here, I like it. It's nice and soft, and as you're moving your head, you know, looking back and forth on a dive, if this has got a rough edge, it's going to start cutting into you. Alright. However, just from the Velcro on my suit, it started wearing away pretty quick. Okay. It's got a dump valve over here, which I like. Okay. For, you know, dumping air when your left hand's busy, pretty handy. Sometimes it likes to get caught behind the strap when you're putting it on, and it's pretty uncomfortable. But you also have one over here on this side. Now, buddy dump right here. Okay, I can dump air right there. All right. If you're wearing this BC and you're struggling, having a little trouble, got too much air in there, for some reason you're tangled up, can't get to it, guess what? I can reach over there, pop that from behind. I can reach over, boom, dump some air for it. I can also, you know, reach over and grab this cord. I can see this a whole lot easier. You can also just pull on this, as you know you do on a lot of BCs, and you can dump some air. And while we're talking about dumping air, guess what? You got another dump valve back here for when you're head down. Not that big a deal in saltwater, but in the Midwestern fresh lakes where we do a lot of work diving, you're going to be head down, feet up, so you're not stirring up the bottom. You're going to be adding air and dumping it out. I have this guy right here. I do like it's on the right hand side. I'm right handed. Some BCDs don't have them on the right side, it's the left side only. And that doesn't work out too good for me because I've got no flexor tendons on the inside of the hand. It's a struggle. Having it on the right side, bonus. Okay. Next, we're working down the straps here. Never did really figure out what this is for. Okay, Velcro strap. Just like on the other side for your power inflator hose. Why is that over there? I have no idea. More times than not, it's been something to catch and hang up. And I've thought many times about cutting it off and just didn't bother. But it's really a pain in the butt. Don't like it. I do like this nice sleeve that they've got this dump valve run through. And a lot of times you'll see this kind of poofed out a little bit here. I'll put my knife on either side, up in here, put the sheath up in there, strap it down, invert it. Not how most divers will carry their knife. However, we don't do your typical diving. Works for us, probably not going to be something you want to do. Alright, D-ring. This is something I don't like about Scubapro's BCs. they don't come out very far. Okay, they're small in diameter. Okay, and they're up as far as they need to be, which makes them kind of hard to see. You know, they're up far enough to get stuff when you have a staging tank, you know, side mount, whatever. However, when you've got thick neoprene gloves on, or insulated dry gloves from your dry suit, that's kind of hard to feel. Okay, I just don't like the design on it. I do like something more along the lines of this. I mean, look how much further out that sticks than that. Okay, may not be a huge difference, but when you're down there wearing some nice thick gloves, you've been on that dive for a while and you're starting to have a hard time feeling things, makes a big difference. Okay, don't really like the D-rings, never have. All the Scubapro BCs except for their tech rig line are like that. Down to the shoulder strap, sometimes that is so slick getting that thing off. Okay, get up there on the dock, pop both of those, out she goes. Okay, integrated weight pockets. Okay, man, those are so handy, so safe. Pretty much everybody nowadays is putting those in their BCs. I like this big buckle. You know, squeeze, pop it loose, off you go. Okay, I'm going to seal one of these weight pockets over here, and they're pretty good size. Okay, on this BCD with these pockets and the trim pockets on the back side here, you can get 12 pounds in each pocket plus another 4 back there. Okay, slides in, buckles, pretty easy. Cinch it up tight. I saw one time this buckle broke. I came undone, somebody lost their weights, and it was a new diver and they didn't even know it. And it was probably some old rental gear that really got beat up. Okay, next, this little pocket on this. Notice the zipper's broke. Okay, this is not an isolated incident. Okay, every Scubapro BC that I've ever had, it's got a broken zipper. Okay, they're all small. It's really a pain in the butt, and I just quit using this pocket. But it's got a fold-out pocket in here. Try and get this open. Okay, which is kind of handy. I don't like a lot of big pockets on my BC because I like it open on the side. So you've got less restriction, less squeeze. Okay, and that's a nice pocket. Here's what the zipper used to look like. Mesh on the backside, and you can see by the dust coming off of that, it gets used. Alright, I've used it. Velcro, cummerbund, buckle in the front, and it's padded on the backside too. Okay, it's got some padding on there. And if you're just wearing a pair of board shorts, it's pretty comfortable. Okay, the inside of the BCD itself, it's padded. It's not super thick, but how much do you need? You know, you're not going to have this thing on very long typically before you get in the water, and then after that you just need some non-abrasive material up against your skin. You wouldn't want, you know, this on the inside rubbing on your skin. This is pretty nice. I'm going to go back to this BC. You can see that. Man, look at that cushion in there. Now, that is thick. And it's comfortable. Is it necessary? Not really. Not really. It's good enough. Got a handle right here in the back plate. Don't really like it. I'll show you why. Okay, unless you're really comfortable with Scubapro's BCs, okay, and you go to help somebody out of the water with their dive rig, okay, and can you see at that angle kind of straight on? They're looking down off the dock at your BC and you're trying to hand it up to them. Can you see where that handle is? Not really. And so they're fishing around, and sometimes they're grabbing just anything to try and get it up. And now you're running a risk of it slipping out of their hand and hitting you in the head while you're trying to help them get it out. Okay? Not a big fan of that. It works, but it's this opening really is what I don't like. You know, it's just not even as big as the handle opening itself. You know, don't understand why they did that. Moving on, And of course, this strap over here disconnects. Another D-ring. Don't really care for. Air 2. Pretty much would never use this. I had Air 2s in the past, Scubapro Air 2s, and they work great. This is the same, basically the same regulator as in their R190, you know, same parts, easy to work on, kind of a bulletproof reg for a second stage, but look at that mouthpiece, okay, my little kid can even use that. So my emergency system is that? I don't think so. The hose is now so short with that little bitty mouthpiece that I wouldn't use that. Another thing is, you know, look at all that dirt on there. I mean, it gets packed full of stuff on work dives. So I've got another reg that hangs around my neck off a bungee, you know, textile. My latest BC I put on just a power inflator, no Air 2. The old mouthpiece, like I said, it was the same. It was a standardized mouthpiece, and you can't put a standardized mouthpiece on the new Air 2s. Not happening. Okay. On this side, we've got another pocket. Zipper fully intact on this one. For some reason, I only get one. Only big enough to hold a flashlight. Again, I'm not real big on pockets, you know. I'm going to strap a different kind of system on, which I will do in another review, accessories that you can put on your dive rig. They're very affordable, very functional things that you can quickly attach and detach from your dive system. Okay, and we'll do that another day. But now we're going to roll this thing over and start on the whole back inflate portion. It's got nice bungees zigging and zagging across this. When you dump your air, it's squeezing it out pretty quick. Okay, I like that. So it inflates fast, it deflates fast. Sometimes I'm dumping my air and dropping in a hurry. You know, something dropped in the water and I'm chasing it down. Time is money and I'm moving fast. Coming up is another story. Here's your trim pocket in the back. Great spot for it. Like it. Love it. And then on this back portion here, you can set up where you can take a couple of lower high pressure 80 cubic foot aluminum or steel tanks and mount as doubles. Okay, it's got that capability. Never done it because I've got a tech rig set up for that instead. Heavy duty, like I already said, 1000 denier, quarter nylon. And the stuff I've had this in, old rusty cable, wrecked docks torn up from storms, sunken boats, in and out of salt water, just almost pure mud I was diving in, and this thing just takes a beating. It's been out in the sun day after day after day. It's hardly faded. So, love that. Really, the only things I don't like about this thing, okay, is this knob. Sometimes it'll get up underneath there. You know, maybe they could shorten that up where it stays right there. You know, maybe I could do that myself, but it came like that. Every one of them has. This new Air 2 mouthpiece, don't like it. Don't like it. It's a great concept. It worked before they changed it. This right here, don't know why it's on there. Gets hung up. And the D-rings. You know, you can go to the tech version and get a nice D-ring, but that ain't one of them. Okay. Ergonomics on this, very comfortable. You know, we went over a lot of this stuff already. Very comfortable. The way it sits on you, the way it wraps around you, the way you can easily get to everything, to get out of it in a hurry, dump your weights, dump the rig entirely. You know, it's easy. Easy, easy, easy. This thing though, downside, just ballparking off the top of my head, I think I paid, well, I won't say I paid that. But at the dive shop I go to, they're around $750. Okay, that's pretty expensive. All right, you could get some of these other versions, and I keep pulling out this other one just because I got it on loan. Oceanic Excursion. It's probably about $200 cheaper. Okay, maybe you don't like this one. Okay, maybe it's completely uncomfortable. Maybe you think, oh, that's not me at all. Okay, not doing that one. You got an extra $200? Go for it. Track record. This thing is very reliable. I mean, some of the stuff I've had this in, I've gone and done dives that people would just look at and go, "You're crazy. I'm not going in there. You're insane." You know what? I completely was able to rely on my gear 100%, put my life in its hands, right? And it did it. Obviously, I'm here. Reliable, okay, and tough. Look at it. No more wear this has gone on it, and 2,000 dive, 2,000 plus. It's durable. And Scubapro, come on. I mean, talk about track record. Amazing track record. Okay. Customer service. I've had problems with stuff before. Call them up, and they bend over backwards to work with you. Not to say that other companies don't, but I've had great luck with Scubapro. Okay. So that is my tabletop review on the Scubapro Knighthawk BCD. Okay. There will be more to follow. This is Lucky Jack with Deep Six Marine. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you out there.